I want to take you back to Botswana again, and this is where officials are preparing to lay to rest the 45 victims of the fatal Limpopo bus crash. Newzroom Afrika's Nqobile Madlala is with the country's minister in the presidency and brings us a live update now. Nqobile.
Yes, Iman, indeed. I'm going to bring in now the minister to speak to us, of course, about all that they have prepared. I mean, the preparations are underway, and we know that the funeral is tomorrow. Could you perhaps give us an idea how that's going to work out?
Thank you very much. It's true that the funeral for the 45 departed brothers and sisters of Molepolole will be buried tomorrow in Molepolole. And the preparations are ongoing. Almost everything is up to date as we speak. The families, as I speak now, they are getting their loved ones to their different homestays at 1 o'clock for memorial services in different households. And then around 5 o'clock, we'll be taking these bodies to the mortuaries. And tomorrow morning, that's when we'll have a funeral, a mass funeral for the 45 of them. You should know that in the history of this country, we have never had an accident of this magnitude. It's the first time in the history of Botswana that we have 45 people dying at the same time in this tragic accident. So as for the people of Molepolole, the same thing. It's for the first time to experience this kind of accident. So it's not easy for us in Molepolole. It's not easy for Botswana in general. But we thank God that the government of Botswana is giving these families a lot of support. The relationship between the government, the Zion Church, ZCC, and the families, the relationship, the consultations have been going on very well. That's why things are going on smoothly in terms of preparations and so on and so forth. And
Minister, I know that you have been speaking to families. You have also directly visited them.
yes.
How are they? I know it's a difficult moment, but how are they coping?
One thing I can assure you is that it's not easy, because these people have been waiting for about a month. And imagine when this mourning is prolonged, how they take it. It's not easy. That's why the government provided counselors, social workers, to see to it that they are counseled emotionally and they are helped to cope with this. It's not easy, but they will cope, because they have a lot of support from the government, that is the national government and the local government, the national leadership and the local leadership. And the churches, I think out of this, we see Botswana more united. We see the community more united than before. So that's why I strongly believe that they will cope, finally.
And the memorial, of course, will take place today. You're saying this will happen in different homesteads,
yes.
So it won't be a mass one?
It won't be a mass one. It will be in different homesteads. But tomorrow morning, that's when we'll have a mass funeral. That's when everybody will go to the stadium, the local stadium, for this mass funeral. We start at 5 o'clock in the morning. The Vice President of the country will be there. The MEC from Limpopo for health, Dr. Poppy Ramatupa, she'll be there as well, and other government officials. Yeah.
And of course, it comes at a time that is so difficult for the village in itself as well, to have to see this happening. How are you going to deal with the numbers of people that are going to be coming to mourn with the families?
The police are doing their best to see to it that the traffic cops are doing their best to see to it that they help us by directing traffic and all that, where people will be parking and so on and so forth. But the main thing is that this funeral will be live on our television. will be live on radio. As a result, we feel because it will be live, not everybody should go to the stadium, because the stadium is not so big. It's not so big. I think that stadium can accommodate about 10,000 people. And we are encouraging our people to stay home so that they let the families and government officials and other VIPs to attend. But like I say, you cannot stop people from attending a funeral. But we did our best, or we are doing our best, to accommodate everybody who will make it to the stadium.
And of course, we know that South Africa has been in conversation with Botswana since the beginning, and when everything occurred on the 28th of March. How has that helped to come to this point?
Both presidents, both governments, both the police officers concerned, that is the South African police and Botswana police, the relationship is now, as we speak, much stronger than before. The relationship, consultations, everything went smoothly. And like I say, I think with regard to the South African government, I think the relationship has been strengthened. Remember that our president visited the place where this accident occurred, and he was accompanied by His Excellency President Ramaphosa. So the relations between the two countries made it possible, made it easy for our people to be assisted. That's why the issue of DNAs, forensic, details of our people were easily done. Our people were repatriated from South Africa to Gaborone. If I'm not mistaken, it was on the 30th, because of the cooperation of the two countries, because of the cooperation of the two police services. So in short, it worked for us to assist our people. And we believe that even going forward, our relationship will be strengthened and cemented.
Right. Thank you very much for speaking to us. That is the Minister in the State President here. And of course, speaking to us, Iman, is just the impact this accident has had to families, the impact it has had to the two countries as well. And he says that, of course, they're hoping that this continues. It doesn't end there, that there will be those relations, but more than ever, they are expecting to put those family and give them closure and put those their loved ones to rest tomorrow.